got, and it was like almost, and it was 10:50.
Wow.
The people are having chili for breakfast.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds pretty good.
Just
Such
coming
a weird
in.
thing to me.
Like, get it while you can.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we want.
Thanks for figuring this out, Greg.
Yeah, for sure. We're not working yet.
Okay.
I'm not gonna take credit for it
All right.
until it starts working.
Okay.
I have my
I take it back.
my concerns
I,
here.
What was I
You're on the
gonna talk
internet.
about? Oh, remember the girl that signed up for the lead before
Mm-hmm.
the last PTA meeting?
Mm-hmm.
So she, like, hasn't said anything.
Which one?
Since that Wendy,
I don't.
Oh, what does she leave for?
she signed, so before the PTA meeting last month. So at the PTA meeting, they said that they needed help for this month's appreciation day.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I'll do it. And when I went to go, like, in the committees to sign up as one of the leads, there was already somebody there.
Oh.
And so I had messaged her thinking she had done it before, like, another year or whatever, because I think she was like a 4th grader.
Oh, okay.
So I messaged her on Constella and I was like, hey, I've never done this before, but I usually just donate stuff to it, you know?
Right.
And I'm like, but I've never, like, done any of the setup or whatever. I talked to Jamie and she was like, it's fairly easy, you know, whatever. And she was like, oh, I'm new. And so I thought maybe she means that she's new to the school. And she was like, she was still in the process of getting cleared.
Oh,
And
jeez.
so then I asked Stephanie, I was like, can she still do it because there's no kids here?
Right. It's early in the
And she
morning.
was like, well, if she's already started the process, then we'll let her just do it.
Right, so, cause it's so early in the morning.
Right, and so I had told her that, I was like, where are you in the process? She was like, they told her like 5 weeks for her fingerprinting appointment, but then she got it moved up to, last week, the 13th, but I haven't heard anything since. And then today, I think someone else signed up with me for the setup,
Oh,
and
really?
it wasn't her.
I wonder.
Oh, okay.
It was, I
wonder.
can't think of.
Was that the person that messaged us and said, "Hey, I'm new"? Oh no. There's someone who messaged and said, "I'm new to the school. Happy, like, looking forward to get involved" or something. Did you see that message?
I'm trying to remember.
Do any of you guys have YouTube on your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Can you go to YouTube and see if you can see the stream?
What do I look up again?
Oh, that WGE PTA.
All one?
You came up with that, didn't you?
I did.
I like it. It matches your,
A fundraiser.
yeah, your PR code. QR
Yes.
code. Yeah.
All right, so you can tell us about it too, right?
I think actually more, but that's the only one I got a notification for. But when I ran the report, there were a couple that ran.
Do I click on this?
Yeah, see if you click on go live. Okay, so you can actually see it.
Do I go here for live?
I think you're like, if you click on like.
This?
Yeah, click on that.
Oh yeah, because it says live.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi.
Oh yeah, so, oh yeah, it got her walking in front.
If you turn the volume a little bit, can you hear us speaking?
That's why I'm at the trainings at work.
Yeah, I think so. Cool. All right. I think it works.
There's a,
Hello? Hello?
oh,
It's no worries. That's all good. So I think community, we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Do I? Wherever you tell me to.
Yeah, I think just like.
Was it Catherine Weiss?
um,
Catherine Weiss?
yeah, was
She's
that?
been here forever.
No, so
Yeah,
Wendy
is that-
Shriver.
Either is
You
fine.
can see.
You can get
go to
closer
just the
there. It
committee-
really is up to you. Whatever's easier for you.
Do I need to be on the
Is
camera
that, oh,
No,
sign up?
I don't think so. I think the camera's more just like.
I
Nice
see
to have.
you
Just to
and
see
then
that.
Catherine.
Well, we're even sharing the screen, so like.
This is the
Okay.
same as she.
It's more just like, it'll kind of show you there doing stuff.
Okay.
And that's
I can
it.
stand. I mean, I
Yeah,
generally stand in the middle.
cool, that works,
So,
perfect.
Like,
And
I'll
then-
just stand like over here. And they can,
Yeah, and then.
Members.
6 stacks of notes on something, maybe getting some.
okay.
So when I go to
Do
committee,
you want me to stand near the table?
Yeah, that's probably best.
and then I go to monthly teachers.
All right, cool. All right, we're good to go. I guess if you just speak loudly, it should be fine too.
And then whoever is. Oh, we'll see. If whoever's speaking, they'll just need to.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they just gotta come up and they do the thing. All right. All right, I think we're good. This is the stream's current bit rate is lower than recommended bit rate. Okay, well,
That you're talking about,
I'm not sure we can do anything about that.
that Amy said,
Yeah.
sign up for the setup
Cool.
with me.
All right.
Okay. Cause this, I thought, so that's been confusing.
Yeah.
Because there's
Okay, let me cut some checks right now.
two people, I think because last year.
Can
was
I add
being
my
had
$100 to?
Absolutely.
Okay. That
Absolutely.
I'm about to give for
Yes.
daycare?
Yes.
Okay, and I'll send the approval
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, 'cause it's-
today or tomorrow.
Yeah, let's cut it to you. Perfect. Sounds good.
You know, that word is very big and intuitive.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I mean, just, but I do so much, like, how involved is it? Before I say that I'll help.
And she signed up for several.
Wendy did? Oh, alright.
Well, for two, the one that you're doing then. And the main thing. Okay.
The maintenance one is that, oh no, the appreciation week is April, right?
Yeah, I think it's in April.
I used to be able to see the notes on here.
Which one?
On the slide.
Oh, yeah. Do you want me to? Because I think if you were to get out of the presentation mode, it should be able to show you the notes.
I'm not really in presentation mode. I'm just in. This is on Google Slides.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Because like the
Otherwise, because I just pulled it off of there. So. Are there any notes? No.
great question.
Okay, so if there aren't, I'll
I
just.
can check.
I don't need.
There's some,
There's some.
Oh yeah.
but I think a lot of these are antiquated.
Yeah. We had Fall Festival since our last meeting, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Fall Festival recap. Holiday giving. Gratitude week. Tree lighting.
Have you ever, I always wanna ask this, but I don't wanna ask like during a meeting, like, has anybody, you know, when they ask about like the motions,
Mm-hmm.
has anybody ever like opposed, or yeah?
No.
And like, what would you do? It just doesn't go through?
Nothing. You just put it in the minutes.
Oh,
It really, as long as there's a majority, nothing happens. You just put in the minutes like 2 abstentions or whatever,
oh,
and that's it. It's yeah. In our board meeting, we've had. I know I've disagreed with something, but,
yeah.
but not here. I've never. That's yeah.
This is paper exercise here. Everyone's always aligned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always like, I wonder what would happen if somebody was like, no.
Yeah. Well, the whole room.
Yeah.
No, then we'd have to. But otherwise it passes.
It's $100, right? For
Yes, but there's also another one for me in there.
okay. Should I put it together?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to do one or
Yeah.
whatever your accounting needs?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll do 217.73.
Otherwise, it's $100. So I'll go
Yep. Cool. Got plans for the holiday? Same.
I mean, it's just kind of the worst one when it's just one day. My mom leaves, she goes to Palm Springs,
Mm-hmm.
and then my aunt is leaving, she's going to LA, so we're going to my dad's, which is normally fine, but
Mhm.
he lives in like a really old, like Campbell house.
Okay.
That's, I mean, I'm not even sure if it's 1,000 square feet. And
Okay.
it's so like, it's rectangle this way,
Yeah.
and it's like front door, dining room, living room, kitchen.
So
you know,
everything's a
and then
room.
bedrooms are all along this side.
Yeah.
And so it's like, there's no
Flow.
like big space
Yeah.
to do it. And
Yeah.
we're gonna be like possibly anywhere between, the minimum would be 18
Oh my God.
and the most would be 21 if everybody came.
Wow.
And I'm like,
I don't want to do that. That's
and
that's
we
the in and
have
out.
other houses that we could go to, and we like asked my stepmom, and I was like, like, why don't we do it at someone else's house? And she was like, I really appreciate my sister-in-law and my sister both were like, I can do it or whatever. And she's like, I really appreciate the offer, but I really just want to have it here. And I'm thinking, now we have this freaking, what is it called? Atmospheric river.
Oh my God, yeah,
Whatever it is.
the
So it's supposed to
8 inches of rain that's coming through. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, all the way, right now it's saying through Thursday.
Yeah,
And I'm just like,
yeah,
we can't even go outside.
yeah. You're
Because
just
they
like
don't have a covered area
trapped
either.
inside. Yeah.
So
Well,
it's a little dramatic. I
I'm
feel
gonna
like.
say sounds fun.
Yeah.
I mean, silver lining, maybe the atmospheric river won't hit us here.
I don't know.
I think. I mean, honestly, it looks dicey
Yeah.
at best.
I mean, maybe it won't be as hard here.
yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah, you never know, and it just takes a little bit to like
What
ruin
was
everything.
it? Not this last winter. Was it the winter before that it just like rained forever? Which I don't mind, except when you're trying to fit 20 people in a.
1,000 square foot house. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Could you reorder a couple of the slides?
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. No
Are
problem
you
at all.
able to do it well?
I absolutely can.
Instructing?
Absolutely can.
We just want to put the week of gratitude before the
Okay.
holiday drive.
All right, this will be an eye chart for me here. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have.
So Katie, I'm gonna
This one and this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
19 and
Cool.
20.
All right. Let's see how we can do. Oh,
So I've had one coffee cake dropped off so far,
Up.
and there's
Everything will come.
cool.
yeah,
Thank
So
you.
like
and
this.
then there's like a
Yeah.
bunch of
Cool.
boxes
Katie
in the
Settle, I don't know if you
office,
wanna
so
make-
we were
Oh,
gonna put
yeah, I get
everything
What?
Otherwise, I'll just
Are
save.
those?
All right.
in the
Fritos
coffee room, right?
chips.
I got you.
Oh no, those
No.
are from.
They're from Vanessa. She told me you nixed them for the.
I was like, I don't know what the
No, it
for
wasn't me.
That
breakfast.
is
No.
not on our theme.
I know,
Well,
You're right. it's
because I
It
radioed
was like 8
Stephanie
a.m. this
today.
morning. I was meeting this guy at the garden, whatever. So I'm like not in like a. What do you want to do with these?
Oh.
And I'm like,
And it was like 3 boxes. Yeah.
no, it's
I
like
sh-
7 boxes of Frito chips.
It's a
I'm
lot.
like,
Oh, is it only Fritos?
yes.
No, there's Lay's.
Oh, are there?
Yeah, there's
Oh.
like
I was
potato
like,
chips
and
in
she's
there and
like,
stuff.
Do you want it for the coffee? I was like,
One box?
No.
no.
Oh my gosh.
Well, because I walked
I don't
into
want
the staff room at our
Yeah, I
break
do.
today, and I was like, oh my god, are these not supposed to be like opened yet?
Well, then I
And
was.
so I radioed Stephanie and I was like, should I bring these back to the office? And she ran over here and she was like, it was too much to do over the radio, but she was like, no, Katie was like, that doesn't go with our theme.
Well, then I was like, she's like, Jamie was like,
I-
she
I-
wants them for the coffee. And I was like, she wants the Fritos
No.
for her coffee.
No. Well, here, what happened was Vanessa Lark messaged me and she said, I have all these chips left over from work. Can I give them to the school? And I was like, and she said, could they go with the day, the appreciation day? I'm like, sure, I'm sure they'll eat them. Like, just drop them off. And then I put
They'll eat 'em all
everybody
week,
on a
though.
message.
Well, that's
yeah.
what I was like.
Yeah.
But then
we could put
Stephanie
them in.
asked today, I was like, if they don't, just get them out of your sight. Like, just put,
Yeah.
they're taking up the office, just give them.
Well, then she's like,
Wait, it doesn't
well,
matter.
then we want to save them. She's like, Jamie thinks we should save them for the tree lighting.
Oh, I never said that. I never said
I was like,
So they have a bunch of boxes in the copy room, and I'm like, can we put?
oh, there's a copy room. Or
No,
something different.
this is
Okay.
different boxes. I happened to walk through there when I came to work, and saw the boxes. I know. I have like, I'm just so OCD, and I'm like not freaking out, but like, I have to have a plan.
Sure. Yeah. What are the boxes?
And so I was like, should we put whatever you guys get in the office in the boxes so that they're contained
Food drive.
for the no for the
For
breakfast
Thursday.
because everything's coming here.
Yes. Yes.
And so and because I only got one coffee cake so far, I'm like everything's gonna come tomorrow. And you got where and so she was like, well, we'll just put them on the file cabinets up here. And I'm like, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of stuff, like not just.
I hope so.
One of their.
Well, they're using the carts for the food drive. So then so I'm like, so Carrie was standing there too, and she was like, do you need somewhere to put some boxes? And I was like, it's just till Thursday or whatever like trickles in. And so she was like, oh, I haven't like she hasn't moved a lot of stuff into her office, and I guess apparently she has a bigger office. Carrie, she's the psychologist, the blonde, really tall.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's like, yeah, you can put them in there, so we're gonna put them in her office. And my days are so confused, I was thinking, it's only gonna be for like a day, but it's really only gonna be tomorrow. And then after school tomorrow, I'll bring the boxes to there, to the staff room, so that, and then I'll meet you. Stephanie said it would be easier if I meet you with the coffee cart, cause I already have a staff night.
But I can also snack and send a care if you don't want to be there at 7.
Oh, well, I'll probably be anyway. I'm like 15 minutes early to work every day.
I'll see you at 7.
Maybe 7:15. Oh, cause when can they drop off at before care though? They're here at 7?
And they're here at 6:45. Get ready.
I think we'll just give it a couple minutes and then start our live feed. We're like setting records
How would
today.
you know if they're joining?
Oh, we have some analytics, and there are one viewer.
Was that me?
It might actually be you. I'm not 100% sure, so we'll see. I think we gave some feedback, yeah.
Elena's the only one doing quiche.
I know.
So we're gonna have like 24 quiche.
Well, I was gonna tell her about yours.
Oh,
They're still like just like boxes.
yeah.
She would buy.
That and I think that.
Holiday drive? Is that what you're doing? Yeah.
We're gonna put a tree up in the office.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute, yeah. It's like, that's what Family Giving Tree does.
Yeah.
Like pull a tag and
Yeah.
have a good.
Well, yeah, I just put like our QR code on it.
Can you do your attendance on the back of the PTA? Save some paper today.
I think the
What's the
financial
name of
one
it?
is.
Oh, yeah, the finance, I didn't have it. Thank you. And any hours that you volunteered to the 18th? Okay.
Did on the back of the financial.
Well, your hours.
You did it? Oh, yeah.
All right, should we do it?
Let's do it.
All right. I don't want to stand like in front of the camera. I don't.
Oh, all good. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're not. Absolutely, you're not in it. You are good to go.
I don't, like, can you imagine if it was just.
Let me confirm that. Yeah, we're good. We're good. It's gonna be. You know what? Let's do this. We'll make it just the broader team here. They can see everyone.
Okay, great. And then you.
Yep, we're good to go. Then they can see. Yeah, if you want, like, this is what they can see.
Oh,
And
okay.
then just a little picture.
Okay,
So.
great. Thank you. All right.
Is she on? Can she see? Let me confirm that.
Who's signed?
Does it sound like me?
Okay. Are we ready to call it to order? It is 7:02 p.m. Hello. I'm Jamie Perez. If we haven't met, I think we all have. But Jamie Perez, I'm just standing in for Nate tonight because he's traveling for work. Also, we have the live stream going. Thank you to Greg for getting that set up. Yay. This is, I think, the first time ever we've been able to like simulcast this thing. So thank you.
All right, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so calling it to order. We have a quorum. I think we're all PTA members, but you have to be a PTA member for 30 days to vote on anything. But I think we all are. Do you mind advancing the slides?
Oh, yep. Sorry about that.
So we need to approve our minutes, which are on the table, and they were also attached to the Constella invite, so after you review them. I don't even. Hi. Any comments or questions on the minutes?
Nope.
Then we will consider them read and filed. We do have to make a motion to approve the agenda for tonight, which was also in the Constella invite, and it's on your tables in front of you. So if I could get a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Greg. And a second. Thank you, Katie. Any discussion or, what's the word? Abstain. Anybody abstaining or not approve? Okay, great. All right. Let's go. Introductions. I don't think we have any, well, we have staff members. Yeah, thank you for being here. Are you, yeah, we've got, you count. That's a, yes, count. Chrissy, thank you for being here. Yeah. Any student council members? Cassie? Student council? Yep, student member. Thanks for being here. Okay. All right, big thank you to, oh, and Jasmine, of course, our other staff member. You're here. Thank you. Okay, thank you to we had two big events since our last meeting. One, the walkathon. Thank you to Rachel and Jamie for a successful walkathon, which we'll hear more about. And thank you to Sheridan for the Fall Festival, which we'll hear more about too. So,
can I do one more? Thank you.
Of course.
We've been cleaning out closets in the PTA's realm. And I'll mention it when we talk about Tiger Cares, but if you are a lead of an event of any kind, we now have room. So you can get your stuff out of the shed and find a spot for it. And it would be first come, first serve. You just ask that you label what you put in the closets very clearly and label your shelf. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to help you. But there is room in several spaces for stuff.
Awesome. Thank you.
The shed really needs help.
Yeah. Yep. If anybody, I do plan to do like a clean out day of that, and I'd love help if anybody that wants to come by on a Saturday probably, or after school, I don't know, it'll take a couple hours to empty it out and
We have room
move it.
now.
That's awesome.
So,
Thank you for all
but
the hard
thank you to
work.
everyone who helped. It was a big job and we had a lot of helpers, so.
Yeah, and thank you, Katie, for organizing it and getting the ball rolling. It's huge. They cleaned out, the Tiger Cares folks cleaned out the, we used to have an instrument closet that was over behind the cafeteria, so that's totally cleared out. Are you gonna talk about this later?
I am, but it's fine.
Okay, well, thank you for doing that. And but moving all that helped us like start the chain reaction of moving everything to a place where it is more organized and can stay like permanently. So thank you for doing that. There was no principal chat tonight, but Kelly did say that she's gonna really put her principal chat into the Friday email. So be sure to read that because it'll have the updates that she would usually give during a principal chat. All right. Any membership updates? Anything?
We're at 333. Just a little over 4% of what our entire district represents.
That's great. I think that's the highest we've been in a really long time. So thank you. Cool. Jasmine, anything from a volunteer perspective?
Yes, so we are, the tree lighting's coming up. There's going to be a sign-up sheet on Constella for adult volunteers that can help with those events, well, that event. And then we just sent out the volunteer form for the high schoolers to get some hours in. That's so far.
Great.
We're still in need of different volunteers for ABC readers and Los Dichos. Ms. Lowe doesn't have anything. No volunteer for ABC reader, for art, for.
She has 2 volunteers now for ABC Reader.
Does she? Okay,
Yeah.
good, because that's just recent, because she's been,
Yeah, they
Really?
joined by this weekend,
okay,
or last
perfect.
weekend, yeah.
Yeah, we've been trying to get everybody.
Oh, that's great.
Could you follow up with Mrs. Baker on if she needs volunteer readers in her classroom? I think there was.
So for TK and kindergarten, ABC and Los Dichos are the same books.
Okay.
So I was hoping to get, whoever, if there was anybody speaking in Spanish in those classes,
Got it.
to read it in Spanish. But for the first grade till fifth grade, they change after the third book. And so I've been doing some of the books in Spanish for the first 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's still, now it's changing, so it won't be the same.
Okay. Cool.
So, but yeah, we're still, just ask your teachers if they need any help, because I'm sure they'll say yes. Well, except for a couple, right? They don't like to, yeah, they're a little, they want, at their own pace type of thing, so.
Alright.
Yeah, there's still a need for volunteers, always.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so the tree lighting, the book fair sign up list came out. Every month there's our teacher appreciation sign ups that we need, people to bring things or people to help set up in the morning and coordinate the day. So there's things that come up all the time. Annual giving. All right. Jenny is not here, so if you work for a company that matches your donation, that is like a third, if not more, of the donations that come in. So please do get a match. Some also double match on Giving Tuesday, so consider that when you're putting in your match requests. It makes a huge difference. And also we called it Dollars for Doers where I've worked, but some companies will also give you money for volunteering as well, or like donate money to the nonprofit based on your hours that you volunteer. So that's also a huge way to get money to Apple, I'm sure. Yeah. So awesome. So please, next slide, please. We are at $45,000, which is fantastic for annual giving. So thank you all. Thank you for donating. The next slide, I don't know what it's for. We do so there are different benchmarks, right? And different prizes the kids get for all this money that we're raising. And so one year they taped Kelly to a wall. Another year they used silly string on, the administrators. I don't remember what it is for this year. Does anybody remember?
I don't remember at the moment, but yeah.
I know one of them is like a magic show, like the ultimate prize is
That's why I thought it was
to get a magic show.
I thought they loved it so much they wanted to bring it back, is what I heard.
That's possible. I think they're game for anything, the administrators, right? So which is great.
They did the pie one last year.
Yeah.
They
So
just got the pie in their face.
it could be the pie, and then if we hit the ultimate goal there, it will be the magic show. So which is fun for everybody.
Jamie, how come our asset summary says annual giving is only 8,900?
I think it's specific to that month. So I think
So
October.
you're saying $32,000 came in the last 20 days?
Before. This is just October. Right?
October,
Yeah, the end of
yeah.
the month. Yeah, so just October.
I mean, we had some pretty large donations in October, so that should match.
Before, right.
Yeah. Okay, Fall Festival. Recap. You can go to the one with all the pictures on it. Sheridan's not here, so I'm sorry, I'm like talking so much right now, but the Fall Festival was fun. It was Sheridan's last year of leading it on her own. I'm gonna take over next year, but with heavy support from Sheridan. The budget, we were under budget, which is always fun. So you can see that there. And then Wonder Cotton Candy donated services, and also an inflatable from one of our parents here, Angela. So thank you to everybody for coming. If anybody has any feedback on it, Sheridan orders 1,000 prizes, and they were all given out. So it's a pretty well attended and fun event. We got some feedback on the lighting, on making it a little brighter over by Rainbow Park over that way. We stationed some high schoolers at each exit to make sure, because parents were worried that their kids would kind of disappear or leave
That was
without.
a good idea. I think that was very reassuring for all of us.
Great, yeah, I found that to be reassuring too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kids that have runners.
yes,
Which we do.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, yes, feedback welcome at any point, if not tonight, any point. But next year, next year we talked about maybe doing it the same day as the walkathon.
It just depends, we have to figure out when science camp is.
Oh,
Yeah, because this year science camp was the same week as the fall festival, and that wouldn't have worked for.
And, yeah, we probably would have to move it closer to the beginning of like we have how the walkathon is already scheduled for like the second, third week. The week after or the following week after
I think it needs to
fall
be
break.
2
Yeah.
weeks after fall break.
yeah, okay, well,
We'll figure it out.
we'll get that calendar together, yeah, and go and figure it out. Okay, Katie, week of gratitude. Please just stand near that.
Awesome. So this week we call it the Week of Gratitude. I started it like 4 years ago, and it kind of stemmed out of COVID and supporting our teachers, and when I took over teacher appreciation. So a lot is happening this week. Things are happening amongst the staff. So we have like a gratitude board up between staff members. The teachers are given a list of fun things that they could do. I have stuff out in the garden that is gratitude related. So a lot of stuff is happening at school, but you can also thank your teachers. So you can sit with your kid, you can have them. My little guy really wants to write his teacher a note, but little kids can draw pictures or whatever you want. It can be super simple. But just the notion of giving gratitude is huge, and I think it's good for our kids to learn. So also in conjunction with that, the student council this week is collecting canned goods. So they're doing a canned food drive. The biggest needs are like canned soups, canned stews, canned fruits and vegetables, rice, beans, pastas, those types of things, non-perishables. And the front office is collecting them, and then the student council is helping us sort them, and then those canned goods are going directly to our families, so who are part of the Tiger Cares program here. And in addition, they're getting a frozen turkey or ham from City Team, so they'll get both of those two things next week before Thanksgiving. And then Thursday is our gratitude coffee for the staff. So we hired a coffee cart. That's part of teacher appreciation budget. And then a lot of people signed up to bring goodies. So tomorrow is the day. Chrissy's helping set up with me, but tomorrow they need to be brought into the front office so that we can get them set up.
Is it tomorrow or Thursday?
It's on Thursday, but stuff needs to be delivered on Wednesday, so that we can set up on Thursday, early Thursday morning for the teachers.
What are the drop-off hours of the goodies?
Anytime when the office is open, 8:15 to 3:30.
Cool.
I'm not really in front of the mic at all this time.
I think it's fine. I think
Okay.
you can hear you.
Cool.
Alright, cool.
And that leads into our holiday giving drive. So I help organize a group called Tiger Cares, which serves our neediest students at school. And we currently have 25. We currently have 22 families, 32 students who are a part of our program. They are either teacher nominated or admin nominated. And so they are families who just really need extra help. They have all sorts of reasons and stories, and we get to help them out, especially around the holidays. So we support them year round with different things, but it's sweet to be able to serve them during the holidays. Some other things that have happened, we purchased 5 sleeping bags for the kids who are going to science camp. They get stored and reused. And then we had our huge closet clean out, like Jamie mentioned. So the old band closet, which sits behind the cafeteria, you probably would have no idea where it is or what it is, but where the cafeteria is, there's this little random closet. And we took all our uniforms and we moved them into that closet, and they got sorted and binned so that Jasmine does a lot of our help with uniforms. So if someone comes to the office and says, I need a pair of small shorts, she can go in and easily grab those for them. So we had so many uniforms, and some of them weren't of good quality anymore. And so we sorted through them, and we have a ton. So we don't really need uniform donations right now. Bigger sizes are always harder to come by, but for the most part, we're pretty stocked for a little bit. Yeah? Would you agree?
Yeah.
And then I already talked about the canned food drive. You can go to the next page.
Cool.
Cool. So this is what's coming home in your Tiger folders this week. I brought some with me. If you want them now, you can take one home with you, or you can chat with me. But our holiday giving drive consists of 2 parts. One part is sponsoring families, and another part is giving monetarily. So when you sponsor a family, our families filled out kind of wish lists for their kids, and teachers helped give me little blurbs about their students. So when you receive a wish list, it'll tell you a little bit about the kid, like this kid really loves Hello Kitty and pink fluffy sweaters and loves to read Owen and Ella books. And so you know a little bit about them, and then you could get them a gift accordingly. So when you commit to sponsoring a family, you commit to getting each kid a couple gifts. And then sometimes the families request things for their home, like warm blankets or something like a queen set of bedding or pots and pans or some other things that they might need, and you'll see that on the list as well. And so you can pick the wish list that is suitable for you. So like, this is maybe a 1 kid. I think I could handle 1 kid and not a lot of other home needs. We have people who work together. We have a class this year sponsoring a family, and so they were able to take on a bigger family because they were able to split it up amongst all the people who wanted to participate. We announced it to my Tiger Cares team last Thursday. I have 22 families, and already 12 of them have been covered. So we have 6 families left, so it's pretty amazing. So if you're interested in doing that type of care for families, you should talk to me soon, because I have 6 families that are left to be sponsored. And then the other way is giving monetarily. Monetary donations are really important actually for our Tiger Cares program, because it helps us set our budget for the year and what we can do to help our families. So this year we are thinking of purchasing some sheds to help create an essentials closet for our families. This year we're thinking about supporting them, giving them opportunities with enrichment programs that they might not be able to do otherwise. And we're able to do those things because of the very generous donations that came in last year. There's something on the next slide. I think there is. I think it is what I just said. Oh no. We also, please stop me if you have questions. I'm happy to answer anything. We also have community partners. So we have our Scholastic Book Fair is helping us. They're, what are they called? The proceeds, the All for Books funds goes towards buying every Tiger Cares kid a book. So they get to come to the book fair and pick out a book for themselves. We've had partnerships with other things in the past, and they kind of come and go. If you are a part of a group, a community outside of school, whether it's a workout community or a faith community or a book club or whatever it is, and you want to partner with us, always more than welcome to hear from you and join with you in partnering and supporting our families, which is very cool. I'm going to hang out a little bit afterwards. If you have questions or you're interested in sponsoring a family and you want to know more, I will be happy to answer those questions.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks, Katie. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, just one question
Yeah.
that I noticed. Is there any need to do also like a Halloween costume?
We
sort of?
talked about that. Yes,
Because we saw a lot of kids that,
Yep.
that didn't have Halloween costumes.
it was on my radar, and then it didn't happen. But yeah, we a friend of mine she's at another school and saw them doing something similar, and I did notice some of our Tiger Care students did not have costumes. So
Okay.
yeah,
So maybe we can.
hold on to old costumes, and we could create kind of a place for them. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah.
Also, is there like any wish list items like where they'd be open to receiving like, you know, a secondhand bike or
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah, we don't have a lot of bikes on the list this year. Some years we have lots of bikes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we try to get them, like, if it's like a jacket, we try to get them a new jacket, just because I know they get a lot of hand-me-downs and things like that. But yes, there are some things, gear and stuff, and we have a family who needed a microwave, and this, people said they have a really good used microwave, would they? And absolutely, I think,
Yeah.
they are so
Like an inventory
grateful
list, like, what
for
we have.
anything they get. I do have a long list of things that they need, and in the spring, we're working on creating an essentials drive to start kind of creating a pantry kind of for them. So, yeah, things on that way. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did we skip the walkathon, or did you do that last
We
meeting?
I looked, double checked, we did it last meeting. We
Okay.
did talk about it. I looked, because we were chatting earlier. And
Okay.
I double checked, there was a slide last month.
Okay, great. It must have been like right before the meeting.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Book fair? Thank you.
Everybody,
Emmy, take
I'm
it
Ashley
over.
Grilly. I'm one of the leads on the book fair with Stacey Murdoch. This is baby Emmy. My sidekick, always with me. So book fair this year is going to run, last year was in conjunction with the Harvest Festival. This year it's going to be in conjunction with the tree lighting. So that's coming up the week after Thanksgiving. Did you guys talk about the tree lighting yet?
Not yet.
Okay, so it's on the Thursday the 5th. So it's gonna run throughout the week. We have set up Monday morning, so the book fair won't be open for purchasing before school Monday, but it will the rest of the week in the morning before school for about 30 minutes. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then after school it'll be open Monday through Thursday, till 3:30. And then the classes will all visit as well. So there's 2 ways you could, well, there's actually 3 ways you can purchase books. You can do it online, or you can come before or after school with your child. You can also set up what's called the e-wallet. We've been trying to advertise that in all of our flyers and Tiger folders. So you should have already received one, and then you'll get another one this week on Thursday in the Tiger folder, and it has a QR code that'll bring you to the e-wallet. Basically, if you have a Scholastic account, like you've purchased books from those little flyers before, you log in and then you can add money to your child's wallet, so it's electronic, so if they come to school, they don't have to carry cash. And then we look them up, and the only tricky thing is if there's money left over, it does roll over year to year, so you might have funds from last year, but there's no way to like take the money out, so it kind of stays in there. You can also donate it to the All for Books, which is for kids who need it, like our Tiger Cares families. So we always ask people to round up when you're purchasing. Kind of the main thing I wanted to ask for is we are still in need of volunteers. So, Stacey and I are there most of the days we can be there. I can't be there Thursday morning, so she'll need some extra help. But we need at least 2 people on the registers and then 2 additional ones kind of manning the sales floor. It gets really busy, especially during tree lighting, and so just having those extra eyes to kind of help people out if they're looking for something. Just kind of making sure the kids are being good around the sales floor. So we need some extra help, especially during the tree lighting. Thank you to those of you. I know a lot of you here have already signed up to help, so thank you. If you haven't signed up to help and would like to, or if you want to pick up another shift, during the tree lighting, we only have like 1 person who's volunteered so far, and that's actually our busiest time. So I know everyone wants to enjoy the festival with your families, which I'm sure is why less people have signed up. But even if you just want to do like a half-hour slot, we did shifts, so you can do the first hour or the second, and then you're able to kind of enjoy with your kids the rest of the time. So that sign-up is on Constella, and then we'll be sending out through Kendall's PTA newsletter on Fridays, and a Tiger folder flyer this week. There'll be links to both the sign-up and Scholastic's website, so you can take a look at what books are being sold. It's great for holiday gifts. Anything I missed? Anything you think I missed, Jamie?
No.
Okay. Mostly wanted to come here and volunteers during the tree lighting. If anyone's interested.
Did you mention like what the money goes for?
Oh, I
Like
didn't.
what we earn?
No, thank you for reminding me. So the money goes to right here, to the library. So it's held here in the library, and all the proceeds go to the library specifically. So to purchase, for Miss Yessen to purchase new books. More recent years, because Scholastic does it 2 ways, you can get points or cash, and you get more for your money when you do points, but you're limited because you can only buy it from Scholastic. So the last few years, Miss Yessen has actually done the cash instead, and we've still made a good amount of money. And then she was able to use some of to redo, like furniture in here, so the bookshelves, tables, things like that. She can even buy new rugs from Scholastic. So yeah, all the proceeds go to our library. So it's a very good cause, and the books are well priced, and they have a range. We try to get as many Spanish books as possible for those of you who have kids in Tweedy. They never send as many as we would like, but every year we push them. We want more Spanish books, so hopefully they'll come through this year. But there's like preschool age books, all through adult. Actually, there's adult books as well. So it's a pretty good variety, which is why we've continued with Scholastic year after year. Still wanting to partner with Hicklebees, but decided to keep doing Scholastic at least for the big fair this year. So, any other questions? Okay, thanks everyone.
Thank you. Yeah, it's hard to concentrate when you have such a. Like,
I
so
would
what
put her
you
down,
said?
but she's distracting when I put her down.
Yeah, I feel like you repeat everything you just said. Tree lighting.
That's me.
Thank you.
So I'm Hannah. I'm actually Hannah Howard. I got married 10 years ago, but no, that's okay. So I'm pairing with Jeannie to do the tree lighting. You'll have to bear with me. She is the brains behind the whole operation. And so this is coming up Thursday, December 5th. There was going to be lots of volunteer opportunities for parents that are going to be coming out on our QR, so the QR codes will be coming out in your Constella signature. That is our beautiful tree lighting session, or our beautiful tree lighting flyer. We have secured a couple of food trucks. We have entertainment by our folkloric dancers, the Willow Glen Glee Club, the school band, and hopefully Willow Glen Middle School will come out. There's also going to be a flyer going out for volunteers for the high school, and I believe, are they middle school as well?
For the high school, they have band and choir.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, so I think the choir is the one that we're trying to.
Excellent, yeah, and then the high schoolers can get volunteer hours. They sign up and work for 4 hours. They actually get 8 hours of volunteer credit for that, which is fabulous. And they're going to be running the tables and booths that are going to have some games and what else can I tell you?
Will the churros be here?
The churros will be here. We have to double confirm. I like to confirm everything multiple times.
Good question.
Yes. Big hit last year, so absolutely. Even my husband was like, "So, churros?" I was like, "I didn't even know you went last year." So yeah, churro as well as Chicken Brothers, Fire and Rice, I think is the other one.
Is the table coming with their hot chocolate?
Yes, actually, the table is coming with their hot chocolate as well as supplies last. So get there early and get your complimentary hot chocolate, and also it does run at the same time as the book fair is going. It's a really fun community event. So yeah, we'll go ahead.
So what time does the actual lighting take place?
That's a great question. And I will look that up and get back to you. I'm assuming it's going to be toward right before the event.
I think last year was like 7:30.
I thought it was like 7.
I think
Well,
it's 7.
there was an oops and it was lit before everybody can go out there. That's another story. But yeah, it's usually I think around 7:30.
Okay, we're looking at the wrong. We're totally looking at the wrong year.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
progressive.
We
Yeah.
learned the hard way, if you do it too early, people leave right after.
Yeah, that's a really, really good point. Yeah, and we haven't exactly confirmed our MC yet, but Ginny is working on it. So.
Yeah.
So again, on Constella, there's going to be volunteer opportunities for both your teenagers and for you guys. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for stepping in and organizing too, because we were.
I have to thank Yasmin. I mean, she made it really, really easy with her past legwork.
That day I almost passed out, but that was fine. It worked through.
The things we do for our kids.
Once all the teenagers started approaching, I was like, okay, what's going on? But yeah, you guys are doing a great job so far, so
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm excited. Me too.
Okay. I think I'm passing it over to you.
Okay, it's my turn. All right. All right, so just, I guess, a quick review of the asset summary. It's kind of an eye chart from here, so I guess there is slides on your table. Overall, pretty good month. I think net income, we took in about $51,000. We saw, I guess, a lot of money coming in from the walkathon, annual giving, pretty good as well. I feel like I wrote a lot of checks this month as well, so a lot of classroom stipends went out. Field trips, things like that. So high level, I think very good month. Any questions about anything on the asset summary? I guess if that's the case, I will make a motion to approve the reconciliation report for October. Second? Okay, have a second. So I think at that point we're,
Yeah.
oh, that was the baby. Seconding? Okay, perfect. All right, good.
PTA number?
She's saying it right.
Cool. So I think in general, pretty good month here, so.
Yeah, great. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we have a separate field trip budget to the stipends, the teacher stipends, which is fun to see all the field trips everybody's doing. We just got a request today for the Youth Science Institute for the third graders. Yeah, which is fun. So, and that budget's only like half spent, so hopefully we'll get a lot more requests from the teachers.
Yeah, I guess that's another comment is if there are teachers out there that haven't spent their stipend, please let us know. Spend the stipend. It was there for.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a question on that, because I know you guys, I think, covered this in the last meeting, like, there's no, like, debit card or anything like that you use, like, as part of it, because of the controls in place, but is there any other way for teachers to take advantage, like, for a high-ticket item, like, you know, if they need, like, a table or something, or a bookshelf or something like that, or, they, you know, it's $800, right, it's a big item, like, is there any way to, like, pre-approve that fund so that they can have that, like, purchased on their behalf? Is there any process in place that exists for, like, you know, something that's more, like, because I know they have to spend their own money before they get it back, so it's kind of like a process, like, you know, not a simple thing, but I don't know if there's any sort of, you know, like, idea around, like, maybe what kind of high-ticket requests or protocols that might be able to be in place to help with that offsetting, like, not so intimidating costs.
I guess, I don't know how we've done this in the past, but I think if there was a request for a high-ticket item, just submit the approval ahead of time. I think we would review it and if it was yes, would just purchase on behalf. How have we done that before?
Yeah, I mean, we can buy it directly.
Because
if-
usually and this is just from use, we actually do it as a class. So if a teacher needs a computer, a printer, we've done that before where they'll be like, oh, we need a printer or a printer broke or whatever. As a class, we've purchased that item for them, on behalf of them.
Yeah.
Especially if they're a big item, because I know they just have a certain budget for those.
Right, so
items,
$1,500 per teacher.
I think it's like $750 per teacher, yeah.
Yeah,
500 for
Yeah.
teachers,
it's a little less, because we carved out the field trip budget. It used to all come from, they used to get more, but the field trip money had to come from their own stipend. So now it's like a whole separate budget for field trips and stipends. But if they, like, we can work with them on something. Some things we can pay directly, as long as we can pay via check, or like someone else will just purchase it on their behalf and get reimbursed.
I see.
That-
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, I just wanted to say, it seemed, I know, like, some things are cost prohibitive, and, you know, like, sometimes the class really can't fund it either, so how
Yeah.
do we kind of meet in the middle?
Yeah, I think in general, if there's any question or request, just come to the PTA, like, we're happy to look at it and just kind of work with whoever on it, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
'cause I think-
Tiger Store, one time I couldn't afford to buy whatever we needed, so Yasmin bought it, and then she just got reimbursed. So, yeah.
yeah, I just wasn't sure, because I've read the kind of the directional rules of how it works before, but I was like, what do you do in the edge cases?
Yeah, I know, nothing official, but
Yeah.
we do make it happen
Yeah.
if they need to.
Although the TKers need bring the doorbell. Because
Really?
yes, all the TK classes, like we try to knock on their
Yeah.
hands, like literally
Yeah.
bang. So they need like a thing for like my son and Ana's house where it just goes ding dong, somebody's at the door.
Oh, funny, I didn't know she had that.
The Amazon just superficial doorbells.
Yeah.
How funny. Okay, any other questions on that? Otherwise, I think this is our last slide. So, please, week of gratitude this week. We're currently in it, right? We're in the middle of week of gratitude. Giving Tuesday, again, a great day to do your annual giving and get a match. And then the tree lighting. Please join us at the tree lighting and the book fair. The week of December 5th and that week for the book fair.
Cool.
I think that's it.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know that National PTA grant.
Oh, is it the sign? I don't know either, honestly.
We'll wait for Nate to come back. We cancel December's meeting. Usually we don't have a lot going on in December, so we'll be back in January, and I think that one is virtual.
And then I think back in person in February.
Do you know when the school tours start for incoming?
Oh, I don't. Jasmine, do you know?
Say that again.
When
Sorry.
did the school tours start for
Like the kinder tours.
for like
I'm
incoming?
trying to, I just started hearing about them,
They're like
just
in
recently,
January or something?
Huh?
Are they in the next year? In January?
Yes, at the beginning, no, actually, at the end of this school year. Cause they have to do yeah, so it will be at the end of, I'll have to get back to you on that one, cause I know there's been a lot of questions about that, and they've been
Well,
calling in.
I have a suggestion. So my little one is still at Woodhaven, and a lot of parents ask, and they're hesitant to put their kid at Willow Glen Elementary for whatever reason. So something that I thought of is, there's like 8 reviews. So like if you go to like Google and you put in like Willow Glen Elementary, there's like 10 reviews, and we only have 3.5 stars. And then like on Yelp, there's like, and the last one is from like 6 years ago. So I thought maybe if we all maybe just put a review in and like some recent reviews, it would maybe spark some things when people go to look. Because one of the things I asked this mom who was asking me questions, they live like houses away. And I said, why would you not send your kid to Willow Glen? And they're like, well, I don't really know anything about it. And there's not a lot out there. And because I know her, because she's at the same preschool, like I'm able to intervene and like say, well, we do this, and we have this, and we have this.
Have you ever invited them to the tree lighting?
Yes, I invited her to the PTA meeting tonight. I said, do you wanna come to our PTA meeting? I also sent her like our Willow Glen, like the Instagram, but that's because like I know her, but the people that I don't know, that we don't talk to, you know, I mean, I know that when I first was looking, I did look it up, and there's like no reviews. So I was thinking, I myself was gonna put a review on here about the school, but maybe if we shared and other people did as well, then that might be more helpful. Just an idea, no pressure.
It's a really good idea. It's a really good idea.
It's not very well documented though, because even as somebody who's like able to navigate a website, like the district site is not user friendly. The school website is not user friendly. There's not a lot of public information. It's really difficult to get. Like, I mean, I know like they've had to put like people's contact and emails behind the wall because, you know, safety reasons, it makes sense. But, you know, just trying to like look up basic information is really inconvenient, and that's why I think the last kind of couple sessions I was like, how can we engage with social media more? Because like you said, like that's something that somebody in the public can access. You can see like what events are coming up, like be more proactive, more engagement from in general. The non-PTA parents, I feel like that's also a struggle that we have just for kids. A lot of people not on Constella, like parents where the communication chains can get like overwhelming, and you have to filter through a lot of information, and somebody who's getting like all these messages is like, I'm checked out, I'm done.
But I thought we had a social media presence or something.
We do, but if you don't go here, how would you know about it? It's because
I don't know, when I was
well, I mean,
researching
yes, I did the
schools,
same
I
thing,
told
but
her
not
research,
everyone, because even this mom, who I think is probably on social media, she's like, well, how would I know about the events? I'm like, well, we have an Instagram, and I sent it to her, and then, you know, I sent her a PTA site, so she could like get an idea. I invited her here, she's like, well, she talked about the tour. I personally never even did the tour, because we were just coming here, so it didn't matter, but, I don't know.
I guess that's what happens, like if you're in the local district, if you're in this district, then you know your children are gonna go to a public school, you just assume that, oh, this is my
Well, it's
neighborhood.
like they're looking at Hacienda or Hammer.
Mhm.
And that's why I said, well, why would you go there versus here? And she's like, well, there's science. And I was like, well, there's science. Yeah, I did. Oh, actually, I brought some of your page, but I was telling her about that. That's a great idea. Well, I think we have another classroom, we have all these things. But we do have such a great parent engagement there, and I think that that's something that.
Where does she live?
Down the street.
Yeah, like, just, you know, no knocking on Hacienda,
That's right, we know the
but
best.
knocking only in the fact that, like, this is a community school.
That's what I told her.
Yeah.
100%.
And I know families who, like, regret the fact that they went there.
Same.
And you know who I'm talking,
Yeah.
one of the people I'm talking. So, like, yeah, that's great. I'm doing that tonight, signing up.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love to get that Yelp sticker. People love us on Yelp. We can put it in the front office.
I told her, I said, why don't her, I
market, there's enough to see kids, and we have a couple of families in our neighborhood too, who their kids go to other schools, and I'm like, saying, why would you? You know, when, you know, so if it was like, you know, this is not just our school, this is our community. You know, this is our community.
Yeah.
All the Tweety orientations have moved to virtual this year, so I don't think there's going to be any more on campus.
The Tweety was always on, or
Tours are different though.
You mean the district one, that
Tours.
has the
No,
mandatory
tour.
one? Why would they do that?
I don't know.
That's just the orientation though, not the.
Yeah.
And it says the tour, at least on the district website.
Well, the district, there is one
Not
that
the
you have.
orientation and the tour, because they both are required to get your kid into Tweety. On the at least on this district page.
There was a
Well,
mandatory
which goes to
orientation, that was
your
on
point. It's a
Yeah,
mess.
it's very, you get lost very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can.
Oh, yes, but Tweety's mandatory for the, to come to the meeting. But I just got back, so it was just posted today on the website. It's the last 3 Tuesdays, of January at 9 AM for the tours. And it's posted today on the website.
Which we could put on our social media page too, and I'm sure, for whatever that's worth.
I don't know.
But great idea. We should go fill out a
review.
review.
One day, and I was like, I need to have, like, share it so that maybe more people could also.
Yeah, maybe we could put a sign by classroom doors or something, so it's
Well,
not
and
just,
most times when people review, they review negative things,
Yeah.
not necessarily the positives.
That's right.
yeah,
Because there's a couple negative ones on it.
Right,
yeah,
But from like 7-8 years ago,
right.
like
Yeah.
they even still here. So.
for sure. Thank you. Good idea. Any other questions or comments?
Do we know what's happening with our upcoming funding? Because I know we had talked a little about that.
A little bit, yeah, I know you, had asked that, I think, last time. Kelly's gonna give a bigger update. What happened was do you wanna talk about it from the, or do you want me to, I don't wanna put you on the spot, I don't, you're from the site
Yeah,
council.
School site council, so, we got, was it 70, Jamie, or 90?
Well, we get 95 every year, it's on the, it's public, you know,
Yeah,
the
they
list.
So that came in August. The district had, we voted last year as a site council, we ranked art as our #1, and then I think it was maybe drama and.
STEM, computer science or robotics or
No,
something.
we have Laura for music, but, so the idea is that we would get an art teacher. And the district can't hire art teachers, there are just no art teachers to be found at all.
Why did
So-
some schools get our teachers?
Did they? Oh, really?
I think there's,
I
yeah,
think
there's
a
just,
shortage, because they were
yeah.
sharing it on the call, that like, you have to have a specific credential for art education. And so like, I guess there's not
Oh,
enough
really?
credential teachers.
Yeah, at the school site council meeting, I did not, yeah, I didn't hear that. So what we're trying, we have to spend the money because it does not roll over. 20% has to be saved for supplies. So we have like 50-ish that need to be spent this year. And so we voted to fund, Tiger Theater this year. So that's about 24,000, so there's still a lot left over. But the Tiger Theater group, went to Kelly and they asked, you know, if there's any funds, I don't know much about Tiger Theater, but they've kind of always run at a deficit and they sponsor
Yeah.
a lot of kids, so money is always needed,
yeah, and that's like that's a nonprofit that supports our school, that's, runs the Glee program, Folklorico, and the spring musical that's coming up, Willy Wonka. This year it's Willy
And I
Wonka.
know, speaking of that, last year to do the musical, I think it was close to $400
Yeah.
and per student. And that was, you know, parent funded, and this year it's $25 or $35.
Okay, so they were subsidized the able to, so.
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it's been very cost prohibitive for a lot of families, so this year, yeah, it's $50 to join, it's mostly that,
Unless they're younger. Younger's
Yeah.
35, I think.
but 50 just so that you can, it's like a commitment, just because there's so many shows and wanting people that are gonna sign up. But yeah, we didn't like agree to sponsor it year after year, I mean, it's a conversation that could we voted to sponsor it this year, and then I think we're gonna, at our next site council meeting, that's in January, I think, how are we gonna spend it? Are we gonna like prepay maybe for some of the PTA art programs for next year, buy, supplies for the art room? So if people have ideas,
Is there-
we suggested like, do we pay for science camp? That we can't, so it's science, it's not art, so that was a no. But yeah, any ideas?
Yeah,
Send
I'm
them to
wondering if
Kelly,
there's
send
like
them to-
opportunities to do like during some of the breaks, like a camp, like you have like an art camp that like you can run, or like an after-school art camp that you fund the teacher's cost or something, and you can take a certain amount of students, or like, I mean, I'm wondering if that would be an option, because I think there was some examples they showed where some communities had partnered with outside agencies that had like those like specialties. They just hired those people to come in and do, special events, or like.
She talked about like, I know Hacienda is doing like, they're using like cultural assessment, things like that.
No.
Or like dances,
Yeah.
or one of the.
Or like things like that come in and do it for the whole school.
I think that, Catherine who's on Tiger Cares, was gonna look into having a drama organization come in and work with kids. So it has to be, every student has to have access to this, so it has to be either going to every classroom, an assembly, like you said. So the Tiger Theater thing is kind of a one-off. Not every kid is gonna participate in that, but ideally the money is for, all the students.
Mhm. Yeah, so the conversation continues. Not really, it has a tiny budget for like the facilities and maybe like bake or pizza that they sell, and then they end up making that money back, so it's or like the bake sale, it's not a big budget.
So we could commission an artist to make like paint, like a mural. That would be the teacher's bathroom.
Horrible, I know the kids don't see it, but I'm working on some ideas for that.
Which one? Oh, in the cafeteria.
The teacher's bathroom, right here in their little, it's horrible. Their whole break room's horrible, but I know the kids wouldn't benefit from that.
Like the cafeteria would.
Cafeteria wall. Right, yeah, side products.
Yeah.
There's some like ideas for the SEL curriculum this year. There's like a peace path, like you can paint. There's a peace path to like, when there's having a conflict, there's literal footsteps that they recommend you can paint on and create like a path.
Buddy benches.
I don't know if that.
It's cool.
Materials on the back, at least sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so the conversation continues really, like there's still some funds to be spent this year. It's just hard, I think the challenge is to find availability in programs, but, yeah, and we get the money every year, right, until they tell us we don't anymore.
But we also want to spend it.
Yeah, if we have to spend.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys have ideas, I'm happy to pass them along to Kelly, or email her directly, or
Yeah.
bring them up in the next meeting.
I think this money will roll over to next year, so it's not, I don't think we'll lose, I think we have one more year on this since we got it, but
So we can't use the money indefinitely?
we can. It's 3 years from when they gave it to us, and so it took the district a year to like figure out what they're gonna do.
Did you or Catherine tell Kelly about Green Room?
No, starting arts.
Starting arts, okay.
Yeah,
So that's an idea for next year?
Yeah.
It's too late this year, right?
yeah. So we put in inquiries for starting arts, which would help if it's during the day program.
It helps
would
Tiger
help.
Theater.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, is like in the past with Tiger Theater, we wanted a group to come into the school and do drama and performing arts during the school day, because that helps us get those groups to work after school for us. But then there was never funds before, so
Yeah.
it's just a bummer that we didn't know about the money last year. But if we can use it, if we could do one of those programs next year, that would be a good one. That would serve all students too.
Have you thought about having like I've seen like where they do like the playful people that's over in the Rose Garden, like the kids.
It's the same kind of program, starting arts and playful people.
On site too?
Yeah, they're on site, yeah.
Yeah.
So those are like, all three of those are supposed to be pretty good, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well, any other questions? Otherwise, 7:54, we'll adjourn our meeting. Thank you. Nate will be back, promise.
All right.
Thank you for our first live meeting.
All right, we got 7 viewers total.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, so.
Are they just hearing, or are they seeing something?
I think they can see this. Katie, mostly you, the entire meeting, honestly, yes. So all 2 remaining.